car that is silent, a car that you could be able to approach the animals without making noise.
So we're able to save currently about, I think, $110,000 per year on fuel.
We're imagining a market where you can live a life combustion-free.
On the next episode of The Grind.
From actuarial science to art, Angela followed her love for African craft to create the outstanding Kapulangu business. From one kiondo to a whole lot of African pieces.
We curate pieces from over 15 African countries and retail.
15?
Yes,
Wow,
15.
Okay. Well, this week we get to hear the story of African art as a business. Monday, 7:30 p.m.
Are you worried about protecting your shambas, homes, forests, schools and factories? With Atlantic Barbed Wires and Chain Links, you will worry no more. Atlantic Barbed Wires and Chain Links is made of high quality materials that last longer without rusting due to high content of zinc coating.
The only wire I sell here, it is Atlantic, which is the best quality.
I used to have a lot of losses because of thieves. But thanks to Atlantic, I'm making 100% profit.
Available in all major stores across Kenya. Manufactured by Rock Industries in Nairobi and Kisumu.
The following program is rated GE. It is suitable for general family viewing.
Hi and welcome to KILIMO Diaries. I am your host Sandra Wahito. Now in today's episode we are in Athi River at Joel's farm, and a question I have for you is, did you know that the passion fruit is the third most popular fruit grown in Kenya? Yeah, it really is. And probably right now we'll be able to talk to Wesley, who will get to tell us why it's the third most popular and if it should get to the first and be the most popular fruit grown in Kenya. But before that, we'll be asking Wesley to introduce himself, tell us what he does at Joel's farm and what they grow apart from passion fruit. Karibu.
Asante sana.
Yes.
I'm Wesley Kiprotich, farm manager at Joel's farm.
Yes.
Here at Joel's farm, we have very many crops that we are doing.
Okay.
But we are squarely measuring on the passion.
Yes.
Because we've seen the benefit of passion.
Yes.
Despite being a plant that can actually tolerate very many pests and diseases,
okay,
it can also thrive well in some places with a lot of hardship or advanced or bad weather condition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Wesley, now getting into the statement I had earlier told people, do you think now that passion is the third most popular, do you think it could probably beat the avocado? And why do you think it would beat the avocado?
Yes, now passion being in the third place at the moment.
At the moment, yes.
In my view, passion within a very short time, coming 2 years or 3 years to come,
yes,
passion will be number one in Kenya.
He said it. He has said it, okay.
Bearing in mind that many people are going for the crop that is less intensive, crop that can consume less water.
Yes.
But in return, you get more money out of it.
More money out of it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
So now with the passion fruit, because that's what you're focusing here at Joel's farm,
yes,
which variety and what varieties do we have and which one are you growing here?
There are so many varieties at the moment.
Okay.
Almost 5 of it.
Okay.
But here at Joel's farm, we are measuring on the yellow passion. Yeah. So the reason as to why we are measuring on the yellow passion is because it is less prone to pests and diseases.
Okay.
You can easily manage. Yeah. And then one more thing is that they have a tendency of high carrying capacity. So the apportion rate of the flowers and the fruit is less.
Okay.
Unlike some other varieties.
Okay.
it is also nice, best variety because considering the ecological zones that we are, this is the best varieties that best suit this place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, speaking of the zones that we are in terms of now the requirements of growing this yellow passion, to be specific, what are the requirements in terms of soil? What soil type are we looking at?
Yes.
What altitude are we looking at?
Yes.
Temperature-wise, rainfall-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with the yellow passion, it requires an altitude of 0 to 800 meters above the sea level.
Oh, nice.
Now, that is, and then the average rainfall should be between 600 to 1,000 millimeters by year. But without, even when you receive less rainfall per year, you can vade it directly.
Okay.
So it doesn't majorly require you to have the rain.
Yes.
So there are so many more technologies that have come in place that are enabling us to do passion farming without straining ourselves so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
In terms of the soil, should one be considerate about what soil passion fruit can grow in?
Now the soil should be well aerated soil. Should be the soil that is it enables the roots to penetrate.
Okay.
It doesn't specifically select the type of the soil.
Okay.
It can grow in any other type of the soil.
Okay.
But the major thing is that it should be aerated soil.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then one more thing, the soil should actually be able to hold water.
Oh, to hold water.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, because the plant will need water at each and every other time.
Yes. Definitely. And now speaking about water, and you saying that you don't have to be in an area that rainfall is there.
Yes.
Of course, there are different irrigation methods.
Yeah.
Which one are you now using at Joel's, and what are the benefits of that specific irrigation you're using?
Here at Joel's, we've measured on the bed-on drivers.
Okay.
The reason as to why we are using bed-on drivers because they are precision. The drippers get water directly to where the plant is.
Yes.
So any other place that we don't have the plant growing, there's no water going there.
Okay.
So in that way, you will also minimize the chances of having so many weeds in your farm.
Yes.
Yeah, and you will also use less water because you have precisioned it directly to the plant roots.
Yes, definitely. So it's concentrated there.
It's concentrated within the plant roots.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. With the passion fruit, how many fruits are we looking to get from one passion fruit? Especially because they grow, they're climbers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, like you said, passion fruit are climbers.
Yes.
And within that period of time that you've grown your passion until maybe at the end of period of 4 years, we are looking at a passion that is growing more between 15 to 20 meters long.
Wow.
So, bearing in mind that it only takes 6 months for the passion fruits to start producing the flowers.
Okay.
And then after the production of the flowers, it takes 75 days for you to start harvesting.
Wow.
So, talking about the time that we are talking about a range of 4 years, you see, one passion fruit can give you as many even up to 10 kilos per plant.
Yeah. Especially because it continues to climb.
Yes,
even
it continues to climb.
Yes. Okay.
So management only comes in.
Yes. Now let's talk about that management part and also add in challenges, because even during the management, there are challenges that you face.
Exactly.
What does that look like, especially when you're managing passion fruits? What are the challenges that you're also experiencing as you continue to manage them and maintain them?
One of the challenges was the fluctuation of the rain. We don't receive good rainfall.
Yes.
That's why we've sorted into drip, button drip irrigation.
Yes.
So that was one of the challenges, water. And we get water from our rivers. And with our rivers, we know there is a lot of pollution.
Yes.
So we've also invested in a system that filters water first, it cleans it before it comes here.
Because it could be carrying diseases or pests that will come and harm the plant.
Exactly.
Okay.
And like I said before, this passion, we are doing it organically. We are doing organic way.
Yes.
So there is no use of chemical.
At all? Even no spray programs?
Okay, our spray programs we are using the product that are certified by EcoSad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they are environmentally friendly.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So we have the challenge of water.
You have the challenge of water.
Yes.
And then we also have the challenge of pests and diseases. Bearing in mind that we are growing it organically,
Yes.
doesn't mean that we are killing the pest, but we are controlling them to a manageable level.
Okay.
So at times you find there are pests that are unique, that attacks our passions.
Yes.
So in that, we need to put in more extra effort to see how we are going to control them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one of the challenges
Is
that
there
we are
any
facing.
other challenge?
Challenge that we are also facing here is mites. I mean, the mites are referring to termites.
Yes, the termites.
The
yes, 'cause of
termites.
the
So,
wood.
like you see, our supports is
Wood.
wood.
Yes. Yes.
So you find the wood is more attacked by the termites.
Yes.
So at times you may find your the support system has already fallen, and when it falls, there are losses that
support.
accompanies it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
it
that's
falls. So those are some of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the part of maintaining, in terms of pruning, weeding, how is that like? Because I believe also there might be a challenge. Probably you could make us aware about.
Yes. Okay. When it comes to pruning, one has to be very cautious on selecting which vines are supposed to be pruned.
Okay.
Yes. Now we have our workers who we've already trained them
And how to look out
on
for.
how to look out for what to take out. Because at times it's only not the vine that that living vine that you are taking out of the plant, but also there are dead woods, there are dead vines that one has to pull it out. But that that one you have to do it very carefully.
Okay.
Unless you start causing the portion of the plant, that is dropping the flowers, you drop also the young fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one has to be very careful when doing that.
Okay.
Yep.
So as you've said, one needs to look out for certain things like the flowers and the fruits.
Yeah.
As you prune.
As we prune.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you said spraying, you use certified.
We use certified farm inputs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Basically, that comes in when you are handling all the good agricultural practices.
Yes.
That are set in place.
Yes.
Yeah, because worldwide there are good agricultural practices that have been put in place. It's a laid down procedure that one should follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is what we are very keenly on observing.
Yes. Okay, all right. Let's now talk about the revenue, because you said it's a very easy farming enterprise to get into, and farmers need to get into that. Probably tell us the benefits in terms of the revenue, the returns people will get once they start planting the passion fruit itself.
Okay, I can say one of the returns is that you are assured of the 99% survival rate with this type of passion. So you won't lose a lot.
Yes.
We know there are challenges that come in.
Yes.
But it is an assurance that you won't.
Yeah.
So bearing in mind that it is an assurance, that means every plant will give you a maximum production based on the plant and the acre and the area that you've actually farmed.
Yes.
So if we are looking into like 10 kilos per plant within a set period of time, when you calculate the number of plants that you have in your farm now and see the income or the expenses that you've put in, you will see there is a bigger margin of profit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Wesley, so much for that insight about what happens here at Joel's farm.
Yeah.
And for you, the audience, will be coming back after the break with an expert who's able to tell Wesley on how, or give him solutions on how he can better the passion fruit farming. So don't move. We'll be right back. Welcome back. For those who are joining us, we are in Athi River at Joel's farm. And before the break, we're talking to Wesley, and he was telling us about how he grows the yellow passion and the different challenges that he faces. Now, joining me is our expert, a familiar face, but to those who don't know him, he will introduce himself, and he'll be able to give us solutions to some of those challenges that Wesley is facing. So, karibu.
Yeah, my name is Cliff. I work with Oxfam as an agronomist.
Karibu, Cliff. Now, we've definitely had the challenges that Wesley is facing, but also he's talked about the variety he's growing, which is yellow passion. But there are other varieties that he's, stated that there are 5 other varieties. Probably you could take us to those varieties and what makes it different from this yellow passion.
Okay, in Kenya at the moment, there are different varieties of passion.
Okay.
So basically we have the common one, which is the purple passion. We have the banana passion.
Oh, wow.
To know the banana passion, normally it looks like an egg, though it's actually yellow when ripe.
Okay.
So it actually has presumed the shape of an egg.
An oval shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then now we have this grandanilla, this one. Then now we have the sweet grandanilla, which is also commonly known as the sweet yellow passion.
Okay.
So in Kenya, those are the common varieties at the moment, of which even if you go to the market, ndio utazipata.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's some of the things that he's talked about, the different challenges. And that has to do with water because of rainfall. Also to do with pests.
Yeah.
And specifying that initially he had said that this yellow passion is prone to some of the diseases compared to the rest of the varieties. Probably you could mention that for us.
Okay, first I'll start with whatever we are holding in our hands.
Definitely.
As you can realize, we have this big passion, which has a wrinkled skin.
Yes.
In an agronomical term, usually called shriveling. Shriveling, yeah. Shriveling, yeah. So you find that this fruit initially it was ripe, it was fully ripe, or it was mature and ready, mature and ready for consumption.
Yes.
But it did fall off the vine.
Yes.
Then this one, it did fall off the vine prematurely.
Prematurely, yes.
Yeah. So
smaller.
yeah, when it's still small.
Yeah.
So you find for this one, when it wrinkles, there's no problem with it because you find that is just an indicator that it was ready for consumption, and even the seeds in it were ready to be planted if somebody needed to plant them.
Yes.
The thing is that the thing might be the environment in which maybe it was stored or it was left at is what might just lead to its spoilage, the perishability, because these are perishable fruit.
Yes.
Now, but for this one, you can see it's quite small and it has wrinkled skin.
Yes.
The reason behind this, you can give it 4 factors that have led to this.
Okay.
One, you might find the vine has fully set up a lot of fruits on that tree or on that vine, but now the vine itself isn't receiving much water. So you find there are a lot of fruits, but the water uptake is quite minimal.
Could you call that abortion? Could it be that the plant is releasing?
Yeah, you can call that the scarcity of water has led to the fruit abortion.
Okay.
So you find that
more water.
So you find other fruits are really consuming a lot in a way that in the event a small fruits are developing, then it leads to this.
Yeah.
Another reason might be scarcity of boron in the soil. Then you can also say the plant might be attacked by fruit flies. But as you can see on this farm, the plants themselves are in good condition.
Okay.
So we can't say there's any
pests.
Yeah,
they've been able to manage it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the reasons as to why you might find a passion plant has these kind of small fruits and they are wrinkled.
So it means they need more water. Should it be that people need to increase the number of times that they are watered? And how many times should they even receive water, especially with the button drip?
Okay. Yeah, so basing on the irrigation frequency, that actually depends with the location.
Okay.
So you find people who have their farms in hotter regions or rather semi-arid, then you find that the frequency should be, in a day you irrigate at least twice.
Okay.
Because you find, let's say if you irrigate in the morning, during the day you find the hotter temperatures, they'll consume the water, the evapotranspiration rate will be high.
Yes.
So you find in a day usually recommend at least twice if you're in a hotter region. Then you also have to incorporate mulching. Because that will really help you as a farmer.
To keeping the moisture.
Yeah, to retain the moisture in the soil and reduce the evapotranspiration rate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right then. So now we have our fruit.
Yeah.
Is this our ideal passion, yellow passion?
Yes, this is the ideal yellow passion. So you find for the yellow passion, normally what is usually recommended, for you to harvest this fruit, normally you should wait for at least the moment it has started turning yellow-like in color.
Okay.
Because
from the green.
Yeah, from the green.
Yes.
Because this fruit has a high perishability rate, and unless your market is kind of guaranteed, whereby nikitoa hapa soko ni pale napeleka direct.
Yes.
Then that is when maybe you can wait for them to turn that pure yellow. Then you just harvest on yellow, then you take. But again, if you say you wait for them to till the rich yellow, you'll realize once they are mature, they usually kind of start dropping.
Yes.
And it's usually not good to allow the fruits to drop on the ground, as at times you never know if they might carry some infection with them. So that's why usually recommended you harvest them when you start turning yellow.
Yeah.
So that if you don't have a place to take directly, where you store them gives you time to source the market.
Yes, yes, okay. Any other challenges that are there and so the solutions are needed? Like people need to be aware of, okay, when this happens, do this.
Okay, normally you find for the passions, in terms of most of the key challenges usually in terms of the pests, because you find the key pests actually you have the leaf miners. The leaf miners, to be able to trace them, when you look at the leaves, you'll realize like something that's done move like a map on it.
It's leaving some traces.
Yeah, some traces. That's a leaf miner.
Okay.
Then we have the fruit flies themselves, which are common. Then
attack now the fruit itself.
Yeah. Okay. Then in some areas you might realize they're also common, the nematodes, which are common in such areas.
Yeah.
So you find for the nematodes, normally the solution is a farmer, because you know this plant has a lifespan of around 3 to 4 years. So what's usually recommended is after the 4 years, you shouldn't repeat to plant passion on the same farm.
Okay.
So you do what you call crop rotation.
Yes.
So once you harvest all your vines and get rid of them, plant something else for a year or a year and a half. Then after that is when now you because the moment you just keep on recycling passion on the same farm, then eradicating the rodents on the farm will be very, very hard.
Okay.
For the flies, fruit flies, normally we usually recommend, nowadays you find many companies are coming up with bait traps. So you can set traps on the vines in a way that if there's any presence of a fruit fly, they get trapped, then or rather you can also use a biopesticide to eradicate them. But normally you find nowadays, because people like doing things organically, it's surely not that highly recommended to focus much on using of the pesticides.
Yes.
Then also the same thing, the biopesticides can also be used in leading the leaf miners.
Yes.
So you find those are actually the 3 key challenges farmers face in terms of managing.
Okay. All right. And you spoke about not planting the same after 4 years, 3 to 4 years. Don't plant passion fruit again. Plant a different fruit. Now I can see we have space within the passion fruit and the vines. Are we encouraged to do intercropping?
Yes, we are highly encouraged to do intercropping.
Okay.
Because we find with the intercropping, at least it enables the maximization of the space, and then also you find like the farmer has spoken about him having termites on the farm.
Yes, because of the wood.
Yeah.
Yes.
So normally with the actually find the wood might not be the problem, because if you have a treated wood, because normally you find we usually have these termicides products,
so
whereby
you just put them on the wood.
you apply on the wood.
Yes.
But another thing we usually recommend is if you have an issue of termites, you can intercrop your farm with herbicides, because you find these herbicides in kind of way they usually have this kind of sense that is usually
Okay.
So you find, let's
Some
say,
of them can be like what herbicides?
You can talk of garlic, cloves, and also there are some varieties of onions. These ones usually have this pungent smell, which is kind of not friendly to a pest.
So you basically get to keep away using pesticides and now use organic, still planting your garlic, but you're using it as a way to keep off the termites. Okay, all right. Now as we get into the benefits, what are the benefits like for the passion fruit? What are some of the benefits? Because for one, probably they just think it's just a fruit, a normal fruit. Does it have any benefits? Probably would like to know what benefits the passion fruit has.
Okay, even before we talk about the benefits, normally we've spoken about being harvested when it starts turning yellow, like
Yellowish,
So first we can talk of maybe the value addition.
Okay. Let's get into that.
So you find normally for all passion, regardless of which variety it is, most people usually like them because of in terms of being able to use them for juice purpose. So you find normally when you harvest it, first one has to wash. If that is when you want to process it to a juice, the natural juice, you wash it and you dry it. Then once you dry it is when now you extract the flesh in it, the flesh seed-like in it.
The seed-like,
So one can extract them and consume them that way in the natural state. But if maybe you are in kind of way in a business and you want to keep it organically by not adding other preservatives,
Yes.
and you want to preserve it maybe for a longer duration, normally there's a product called sodium bisulfite.
Okay.
That is the one usually recommended most because even in terms of its impact on the human health, is not much compared to those other who add extreme number of chemicals to preserve it.
Yes.
So with the sodium bisulfite, at least maybe you can, if you're doing it on large scale, you're able to preserve it for almost a year.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
Then,
so that's a way.
Yeah.
Juicy.
Yeah, juicy.
Okay.
Then you find these passions are actually rich in nutrients. Yeah. So you find in terms of the vitamins, vitamin C, E, and I think also K,
Yeah.
actually the key vitamins in the passion.
Yeah.
So you find as a human, they kind of benefit you a lot in the sense that it helps in prevention of the chronic diseases in the human body. So you find normally the way they usually say an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Should now say a passion a day keeps the chronic diseases away.
So true. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we've spoken about the value addition, which is mostly juice.
Yeah, juice.
Most people use that juice because everyone is moving away from sodas and juices that have preservatives. So we have the passion juice. In terms of the benefits, we've seen the vitamins that are in it. Just as we finish up, probably talk to us about what people need to look out. Is it important to have an agronomist to help you walk through the process of planting and taking care of the passion fruit?
Okay. For passion farmers, what we advise them, yes, that is an aspect you have to consider. Because we find having an expert is a key critical thing. Because we find this plant, you can either plant it from seed or maybe even a seedling. So for those who use seedlings, you have to get an assistance on how you'll get to train them so that they can be on this level. So when you train them, you need assistance for someone to advise you, because you find these poles, you don't just take any pole, because you find they also have the dimensions which you have to focus on.
Yeah.
So you find that it's always good to have an agronomist to guide you on that, because in the long run, working with an agronomist also helps you to increase in terms of the products and the quality of the fruits.
Yes, yes, indeed. Okay, all right. Thank you, Cliff, so much for, at least helping out Wesley as he continues to farm his passion fruits. Thank you for giving us advice and just the importance of the passion fruit. Or hopefully it could be the #1 next fruit, beating avocado and mangoes. Okay, all right. I do hope that you guys have learned a lot about the passion fruit and seen that definitely it might just be the most popular fruit in Kenya, and definitely the returns and the benefits that it has. Remember to catch us next week, same time but a different place, right here on KILIMO Diaries.